already.
Okay. All right. So now this is the tough part, is actually getting the tire off. So this little tool, the Rigetti tool, we got to get it underneath the tire in there. This little part right here, it kind of like scoops it up, and you got to put this part in first. Okay, on the back side of the wheel, because theoretically the front side is harder to get the rest of the tire off. This only gets half of the tire off. And these radius look similar, but you know, whatever. All right, so
George Bush moment.
yeah, great. Yeah. So here we go. You just stick this in here, and then this I might need to do from the ground too, because didn't realize the shocks aren't going to give me any leverage.
Yeah, they're pretty soft.
Yeah, let's move to the ground. I'm gonna move this.
Yeah, I'm inside of the truck, so.
Let's do this. This is for my knees.
Yeah, that worked. Got a little TP on there now.
This. And first thing I'm gonna do is hope this is not a fail.
Well, then I could just be edited out.
Yeah.
And now everybody will know our secret of editing.
There we go.
It looks like you're just pulling it back on,
And
but
then
I haven't done this.
You pop this in like that, and then you just go like that. That was, although I made it look more difficult than it was, that was actually the easy part. Because then
Yeah, you just scared people.
you need to wrestle this mofo off. But I feel like the grease I have.
Welcome to the MMA Smackdown.
Okay. You're supposed to be able to twist it real easy. So
This guy versus a very hard racing tire. Yeah.
trying to. Well, let's pause. I got grease in there from when I put it on, so I'm gonna wipe the grease off so I can have some
Yep.
grip.
Okay.
With confidence here, I'm gonna do it.
Let's try this again.
Let me wrestle this mouth.
Even though we've actually been trying it. Took the grease off. And now this is happening. Yeah. See how wet their hair is? Yeah. Probably want to put some grease inside the rim for that, like inside of it.
Wiped it off, got
On
some
that
grip.
part.
Now I'm gonna wrestle with the next one.
Yeah.
All right, you can pause it.
Eh, I can.
I need to prove myself twice.
Oh, really? This is just to show that tools cannot do everything for you. Yeah.
Made break time for the old hands.
This is a full grown, but old.
Oh,
man.
mama!
Yep, there we go.
That was easy.
Bull.
Luck.
Just if you paid attention to the SpongeBob caption, you know that that was not easy.
Actually, that
You know
one
how
was-
long that took?
That one actually didn't take too long.
Mm.
That was amazingly short.
Okay, I secretly
All right.
time warped him, and now he thinks that was quick.
Now we got the rear
Wings.
tire. See, Venco blue. The hard ones, very hard. Changing go-kart tires is so hard.
These
It'll
ones.
almost make you want to give up. And that's because it's on top of everything else that goes wrong when you first start your go-karting career. And there's so many things
We have
to
this.
learn.
We have this thing for a transporter.
So then you just
It's not nearly as bad as the hood.
spin it off just like we did with the fronts. That was very easy. Thank you, Rigetti.
He appreciates it.
Alrighty then. Now, let's try to Wrestle the big boy. Get him out of there.
Let's see if I have to add another SpongeBob caption just to show you how long it actually took. Yep.
Got it.
Not this time. That was lucky, except now this thing looks like a taco.
This one and the other one. We run a lot on those tires. One more. Going from the back. Put on our piece. Get our spaghetti tool. Okay.
Home Alone 3 has ensued.
Alright, so this is a back tire. Fresh, new. You can see the blue line.
It just has a bunch of baking soda on
Oh,
it.
just so everybody knows too, in case you don't, silly, but this is how you gauge the life or the wear on your tires. It's using this little hole right here. That goes away. You know, this is a worn one, so you see it's warped.
Very.
It's getting a little.
If it gets down to the
thinner.
bottom, you probably can't even use the brakes.
Yeah, yeah. Brakes or the tire?
The brakes.
Oh, really?
Because you'll walk up immediately, I'd guess.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, so these are fresh and new. So this is the front side of the tire. It's got the writing. So it's kind of opposite. So now we see here that the rear side is smaller than the big. In the rear rims, it's real evident that the rear is smaller. So you just want to pop that in into the tire manually.
God damn, here we go again.
No, this part's easy. I'm just having a second thought about something, but anyway. So now that's in. Straighten up the tire.
It's a balloon.
And now on this side, this magic tool. Put this in the back again. What we got to do is kind of free it up a little bit here so I can make some room like that. The idea is to clamp this on the bottom just like that. Get in this thing. Oops. Sometimes it takes me a few tries. So you get it clamped there. Oops. Yeah. Clamped.
I put in quotes.
Put this thing in, and then you just go the opposite way. Sometimes I use some leverage. Had it come off before, but we're on. So now the tire is on, and the idea, rear tires doesn't really happen much, but we're gonna lube this up. I'm gonna put some grease on it before start to fill it with air because it'll help the tire get over the bead. Sometimes air escapes here. It's mostly in the front. The front wheel is tougher because air will escape from this part. So you got to massage it and work it a little bit. Use a lot of grease. That's what I do. So that's putting on a rear tire. I'll go do the other one, and then we will take the next steps. Recording?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Venco Blue, front tire, same deal. Wear reader. Okay, and I guess the rear is a little bit smaller in this. So, front side of the tire, rear side of the rim, pop it in. Flip it, leave yourself a little room like that. You gotta leave yourself a little room after you pop that in. Alright, leave yourself a little room like that. Now, let's do wonderful things. Alright. Alright. Put it on. Some leverage on it. I am over.
I think.
Yep.
In case you didn't know, I think.
Then you wrestle with these. Alright, maybe I'll just take it all the way. Easy. Oh, okay. come back to me.
And no.
There we go. Alright, so I'm just show something real quick. On the small tires, compresses quite a bit in there, and sometimes you'll have trouble with your PSI not going up because this is too far in here. This one actually looks like it's on all right, so I shouldn't have a problem, but
Maybe.
I've noticed that on the front tires happening frequently. All right, go pop the next tire on and we'll do the next steps. All right, so gonna put the bead screws back in. Some people leave them in and they don't take them out all the way, but you got to get it in, and then you go just to like right under the rim, because it's got to come back over. It does two things: it keeps the air from escaping, and you got to get it over. I made the mistake once of forgetting to remove the bead nut and tried to do a bead break and had to buy a new rim. Thankfully there was one there and it was race day, so I'm going to put them all in just beneath the area. These, oh, look at that.
What?
That's not cool. That just goes right in. See, these are the wonders of go-karting. You get, I now know that this rim is kind of a messed up. So we improvise. Let me see if a new bead nut.
It seemed like it didn't go in as easily.
Well, it was, I just pushed it through. That shouldn't happen. So I'm trying one of the rears. So I'm improvising now, so I'm just going to use this because we don't care how it looks. We just care about racing lines and power.
This is one rear rim, remember it?
Yeah.
This is our other rear rim.
No, this is the front rim.
Oh, well, the other rear rim looks pretty much the same.
No, these two, you look different. This is the new rim. I know what you're trying to show.
Yeah, I know.
This is the new rim. I have another one in case I need it, because of the one I ruined trying to bead brake without the bead nut all the way out. Learning the hard way. This is our old rim. So I've got new bead nuts. You gotta always have bead nuts on hand, just in case something goes wrong. And we learned during this, just to show you, this is a good example of improvising. Something's up with that bead nut on those threads, and I was just pushing it through. So I've got other bead screws I'm going to use. Like I said, we don't care if they match. We just care if it holds air in there, and you know, power and race lines. You know, looks, who cares? So another issue that we had getting this off was one of the nuts that holds the wheel on the axle stripped. And so after, you know, a few minutes of concern and a couple of improvised attempts, I was able to get it off because I pushed and, you know, I just worked it by sandwiching it in there just with any last thread I had left on that nut. But we put new bead nut. If you notice any signs of wear and tear, like it's going to start, you know, to strip at some point, just have new nuts around to use, bolts, nuts, because if you strip it, we almost lost our whole weekend. We've been here for 2 days practicing. We got races tomorrow. Almost lost our whole weekend because of that nut. So anyways, good example of shit hitting the fan, but, you know, working through it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to edit that.
Stuff hitting the fan. All right. So we'll do that with these two. Let me see if that was the nut or just the way the nut worked with that screw. Because that works. Let's see this one, actually. So we're gonna match on this side because all the nuts work the way they're supposed to do, or screws work the way they're supposed to do.
They're nuts.
No, these are screws.
Well, they're nut screws.
The nuts were are female. Screws are males. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that made sense. Nuts are female. That made a lot of sense.
Yeah, right. It's counterintuitive. All right, we do the same on the back. Just get it in there just to the edge. So we can pop over and then hold the air. I'm gonna have to go get one more bead screw because I borrowed it for the front. Though I do wonder, let me test. Maybe it was just that nut on that hole. Maybe if I use another. Let's see. Oh yeah, this one will work here. So that screw in this hole didn't mate well.
Yeah.
So now we got it right. So now ironically, I just tried another screw. I said maybe that one I won't be able to push through, and I can't push it through. So it's like the other screw in the other hole just didn't mate well.
Mm-hmm. This rarely happens for dogs.
All right, and then
This constantly happens with humans.
the last three. One. And we're just taking our time now.
This is how to count. Two.
You don't want to stress it out. Yeah, 2. So much to learn. Go-karting. Make sure you have friends at the track to help you when you need it. All right, and so now I'm gonna put some lube here. I just use extreme pressure multi-purpose grease. Some people use.
Okay, yeah, you saw what happened there. Anyways,
Yeah.
I don't use this phone.
So I'm gonna you put some grease on, some regular grease. Screw it. I'm getting my hands dirty, and I just put some grease all over here, just to help it get over this bead line, or the bead, and also up and over towards it too on the bottom part of the rim. And so I put it on there pretty generously. I'll do that with each tire. Let me do it on this back side too. Okay, that's one. Okay. This one's gonna be easier, I can tell. Tire's already on there real good. Okay, there's 2. No matter what, this all takes practice. It's probably my 4th time doing it. Now, thanks to COVID, we haven't gone through tires as much. We're not racing as much.
Yeah, we're alive.
And then here, this is where I think our issue could be, but let's hope not. So now these tires take up to 4 bar of air pressure. And Thomas, what's that conversion?
58.7
Pounds. Yes. So
you could probably just do like 59 or whatever.
yeah. So when you set it up to fill, you know, you don't, because normally you set tire pressures for races at like, 9 if it's warm, 9, 10, 11. You know, if the colder it is, the higher we set it because it takes longer to heat up. But you can, when putting on the tires, you can go up to like, you got to go up to like, set it for like 40 psi. So it'll, and you might think, oh crap, like that's way too much psi. But actually,
Yes, it is, but not in this situation.
yeah, in this situation, we're trying to get it over the beads.
It's actually like 58.76 psi, so I mean.
Yeah, so it's 4 bar. That's what 4 bar is.
Yeah.
14.69. This one looks like it's going to be the toughest, so I'm going to start with it.
This looks like it's gonna be the toughest. I'm gonna do it first.
Get it out of the way. Because this one looks like it's going to be the toughest because of that. It has the most area to go over, and this side too, so it may not fill, and I may have to work through that. So we set our little trusty DeWalt.
Start a fire with it.
Okay. I'm going to put it up. to like 40 PSI. Then we wait. Now, as long as this keeps going up, I don't have a problem. So nope, I don't have a problem. Oh, it already had a problem. So this is going to hold the air. Get my bead Allen. Screw those in after they're done. Show one tire like this go on. We're waiting for it to 14.8, 15 PSI. Huh?
That's 1 bar.
Yeah. Thomas.
I know this stuff.
So we're now at 20 PSI. And now this side's closed. It's closing. It's almost there. Waiting on this part really to get over the hump. I'm at 24 PSI. Oh, action. I think it's starting to happen. 26.
There's a opening.
Yeah, but it's still going up.
Okay, sure.
There's still going in. 27. If there's an opening that's too big, it's just going to pause. The PSI just isn't going to move. So it's coming. Now we hit 30 PSI right now.
Right.
31. Come on, baby. Make your move. Make your move. 34.
Last resort.
Huh?
Last resort.
36. Might have to go to 45. Definitely not moving fast. 37 and a half. Still going up, so it's just at some point it's just gonna pop. 38. This is why we wanted to show this one, because I anticipate there might be a problem that I've never seen before, but it should pop at some point here. Now I'm going to just increase the PSI to 45. Can you go up to 56, you said?
4 bar is like about 59.
59, oh, okay. So if I have to go to 50, I'm going to keep going.
You're a bit over 3 now.
Huh?
You're a bit over 3 now.
Oh yeah. We're at 42. I'm going to tighten these beads while I'm doing this.
Might just want to fast forward this.
Huh?
Might just want to fast forward this.
Well, you can edit it out. Okay, so now we've hit 45.
With an air leak.
And it's still not. Well, it's coming from the beads, so I'm going to close the beads off. Let me close the beads off real quick. Oh, there, it popped. Magic.
That was a very quiet one.
All I needed to do was that, and it's quieter because I used the grease. All I needed to do was close that one bead. Was that recording?
Yeah.
When it happened? Okay, cool.
I can just fast forward some of it and cut a little bit of it
Yeah,
out.
you just cut it, like the beginning, middle.
Considering
And-
how long this video is becoming, I'm probably going to take it longer to edit.
Yeah, so it just took, in that case, I just had to tighten one of the beads where the air loss is coming from, and that was enough to get it over the top. And then, of course, we're going to want to let some air out of it to get it to a reasonable PSI, because now we're at like...
Yeah, we're going to let a lot of air out of
Yeah.
it.
Now it's hard as heck, and we can't run on that.
Well, we can.
Yeah, but we don't really want to.
Yeah.
So this is
Might do it on the front tires and a cart drag.
You could feel proud once you get a cart tire on.
He feels proud about everything.
We've come a long way, son. From you breaking out the axle in the garage, taking it off, all kinds of stuff, but we're past it. We have experience now. All I gotta say is don't give up, don't quit. Tires are tough. Everybody has a tough time. You could be in this for 10 years and you still have stupid issues that pop up. Things that, you know, go wrong.
Just to be clear, he's not describing us.
Yeah, we've only, this is gonna be
Second year.
yeah, but not even, we didn't even have a full first year. This is only gonna be like your fourth or fifth race.
And also this year is crap.
Yeah, it's Corona crap. Alright, I think that's pretty soft. Let me see how much of the side that is. Okay, it says 10.4, so that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just take some out. Okay, we'll fix that one tomorrow. Alright. Now, I don't think we need to do that on all the tires, so we don't need to show all, but this is how it's going to work.
Yeah, no. We need sugar.
You have a chocolate milk. You want it?
I guess. What a start to recording that is.
And a Cliff Bar. You want a Cliff Bar?
Nah. Give me.
Okay. Ready? You filming?
Still am.
Okay. So this is the issue we're having now. This is what I was talking about with the front tire. That's a little bit too much of a gap right there. So when I put the air on, what happens, it's just stuck at 2.7. It doesn't go up. So I know I've got too much air coming out, and it's all right here. So kind of gotta massage it. Last time I just tried to help it.